Yo, what it do, YouTube? I appreciate you clicking on this video. My name is Travis, and welcome to the Baits and Weights YouTube channel, where it's all about fishing and bait making. If that's something that tickles your pickle, I highly recommend subscribing so you can see more videos just like this one here today, which I ran out of my favorite colored bait that I like to throw, which is green pumpkin with black and blue flakes and a chartreuse tail. I don't know what it is about the chartreuse tail, but the fish absolutely love it. They go crazy for it. They want it. They can't get enough of it. So that's just what we're going to do today. So if you know anything about plastisol, you know this stuff does settle. So you always want to make sure to shake it up really well. I'm not going to lie, this gallon has been sitting a while. So once I pour it up, I am going to throw it in the vacuum chamber just to get some of that moisture out and get some of those bubbles out. So for the tails, we won't need much. So I got 1 cup right here. I'm going to fill it up to 1 cup. Cook that up. And let me ask you this while I'm shaking this up and thinking about it. Are you more of a milkshake kind of guy, or do you prefer eating ice cream? And if you do prefer eating ice cream, do you prefer eating it out of a bowl, or do you prefer licking it out of a cone? Let me know down in the comment sections what kind of guy or gal you are. I personally like to lick it out of a waffle cone. That's just me though. That's 1 cup right there. This right here is the vacuum chamber. Again, wrong lid. Do not purchase this one off Amazon. You got to make sure it's a tempered glass one. This isn't. It will crack on you. Definitely learned that lesson the hard way. Get you the right one the first time around. So when I first started making baits, right, I didn't have a vacuum chamber. And do you really need one? Probably not. And those bubbles you will see in the finished product, especially if it's a clear or a lighter color, you will see a lot of bubble. What is that floating in there? You gotta get that out of there. Okay, so while that's cooking up, let's chop it up. I got a serious question to ask you boys. Let me get my molds here. Nope, that's finesse. Nico crawler, no. Stick bait, tails, and tails for the lizard. So serious question here. A day out on the water, right? Everybody says perfect day on the water is just being out in the water. But would you rather, if you had to pick, would you rather have a day where you catch 20 fish, or whatever you consider a decent amount of fish, 20, 25 fish a day, or catch 1 fish and it be a double-digit fish? Which would you rather pick? One where you catch a ton of fish, or one where you catch the fish of a lifetime? I personally would pick the once-in-a-lifetime fish. Be out there for 8-10 hours. Well, I'm opening these. Be out there for 8-10 hours and catch nothing, and then on that 8 hour and 2 minute, on that very last cast, the very last cast you cast out, we all know that takes a few casts to be the last cast. But on that very last, legit last one, you throw out and you hook into a monster. I'm talking plus 10 pounder, 11 pounder. Give me that all day. Or there's some days I just want to go out there and catch a ton of fish. But let me know down in the comment section which day you would prefer. A plethora of fish or a fish of a lifetime. Let me know. We got about 10 seconds left on this microwave. Again, for the tails, I like to use dead on plastic chartreuse. Phenomenal color. They got these little beads in here. Does it have to have the beads? No. But it's awesome. And it sounds like a spray can. And, you know, I like listening to it while I'm shaking it up. Anyways, we got a cup here. Dead on plastic recommends 40 drops per 1 cup. Oh, got a squirter here. Make sure to clean off the tip. Very sensitive right now. 40 drops per cup. Let's get to counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. As always, stir it up. Just a clean chartreuse. I don't like to put any flakes in here, or excuse me, glitter. I just like a nice clean chartreuse as a tail. Never failed, so why start now? So here, oh man, got a little plastisol on my finger and it hurts. Wear gloves, ladies and gentlemen, wear gloves. I feel like I said it in every video and I still have yet to wear some gloves. But nice and mixed up. Get the injector, you know the drill. Whoa. make sure there's nothing inside the injector. I've done that before where I left some in here and went ahead and tried to shoot and went ahead and tried to suck the next batch up, and didn't work out too well for me. Both of these molds do not require a lot of plastisol, so I can do both of these, bang both of these out in one injector. Look at that, that's it, and we're full. Top it off. Move to the next. This is the lizard tail. Didn't even have to press down and it was already full. And top her off. Nice, clean chartreuse. Oh, this had some blue residue left in it. You probably won't be able to see that, but I had some blue residue on this one, so I will not be throwing that back into the batch. So I flung that piece over here to throw into my disposable remake pile. It got stuck on my sign. Nice. Be on the lookout for another re-email video coming very soon. Nice and cooled off. Let's go ahead and open. This is the stick bait. Look at that. Just nice, clean, chartreuse. Nothing crazy. So what I've actually been doing recently, I used to cut them with scissors, but if you just pop them off like that, it leaves a nice, clean tail for you. So you don't even have to bother using scissors. Don't know why I didn't think of that before. Somebody actually left a comment on there and said to do it this way, and I was like, phew, say less. Less work for me, the better. And now we have the lizard. Glorious 4-cavity lizard. Same concept. Used to use scissors, but now I just rip them off. Nothing crazy. And it's as easy as putting it on a baking sheet to let them cool off a little bit before we throw them into the big molds and make the body color. And we'll go ahead and get right to making the main color now. Okay, I tried to do a cool transition. I came up with nothing, so now I just got my rabbit looking hand snapping. Epic fail. Anyways, don't mind me, don't mind me. So, Lure Works green pumpkin I prefer over any other green pumpkin out there. Lure Works is fantastic green pumpkin. Yeah, you can still see it. Green pumpkin 109. I mean, I got tubs of this stuff. I got a lot of this stuff. I simply just love Lure Works green pumpkin. It is phenomenal. I got 2 cups here. I'm gonna go about 20 to 25 drops, and we'll kind of see how it looks from there. And 25. 26, that last little drop just had to squeeze out, didn't it? Go ahead and stir that up. Here's a little pro tip. Get you some and put it on the side here. Kind of see how it looks. This is how the bait will look once you shoot it. I think I'm gonna do about 5 more drops. And it's cool too, because once it's dried up, you know, you just peel it right off. No, ow! Oh my God, it's still hot. Once it's dried and not scorching hot, you can just peel it off, and no harm, no foul. And you could throw this back in if you wanted to. Go in with 5 more drops. 1, 2. You might not think that makes a lot of difference, but I'm telling you, it makes a tremendous amount of difference. Just, man, put 1 black in here, I promise you, the whole batch will turn black. Do our neat little trick here. Oh yeah, I like that. Probably can't. There's too much light in the camera. Hold on, oh, there we go. That looks good. And as far as the glitter goes, I mean, for blue, you have abundance amount of blue. You got cobalt blue, you got midnight blue, you got blue. But I personal preference here, I like the royal blue. Here, the royal blue from Lure Works is by far my favorite blue to throw into my green pumpkin black and blue combination. Why, you might ask? I don't really know, but this is the first variation of blue I threw into my color of green pumpkin, black and blue flakes, chartreuse tail mixture when I first started making baits, and it just hit the ground running, and this is the blue I've been using ever since in this specific color combination. Would it hurt if I did a cobalt blue or midnight blue? Probably not. It'd probably do just as well, if not maybe even better. But it's just my, confidant color, if you will. Royal blue lure works. And black is black. I mean, I don't know what other kind of shade of black you can get, but we're going with black. We're doing the medium size 0.40. Perfect size black. We're going to do a little bit more blue than we are black. So maybe 3 scoops versus 2 scoops. We'll kind of see how it looks. But let's go ahead and throw some. Oh, look, here we go. Nice and dried up. Too easy. Go ahead and throw some glitter up in here. Arts and crafts. And like I said, for the blue, we're going to go in with 3 scoops. 3 decent sized scoops here. 1, 2, and 3. Black, we're just going to do 2 scoops. 1, 2. Stir that up, see how it looks. Nice little stirrooner. And nice. You know what? I think I'm going to add a few more drops of green pumpkin. Just a few. Just to kind of see. I want it a little bit darker. Just a tad. Let me go ahead and throw in. Shake it up. 3 more drops. See what that looks like. 4. Well, not 4. Stir that up. So you might not be able to tell on camera, but that did darken it up just a hair. And I think I like that a lot better. Okay. So now, I don't know about you guys, but I love me some salt in my stick baits. So, got my handy dandy bear here that is full of salt. I'm just gonna, while I'm stirring, casually pour some salt in. Just keep it stirring while throwing some salt in. I don't have the exact measurements of how much salt I use. This is all by feel. I just go until I can't go no more. Oh yeah, and it even darkened it up a little bit more with all that salt. So I think that looks beautiful. I mean, what the heck? We are on an American diet, so let's add a little bit of more sodium in there. I think we got a winner. I mean, I shouldn't have to say this, but please remember to put in the tails into the molds before you shoot them. I shouldn't have to say that, but I am guilty of it myself. I've shot the molds without putting the tails in before, and it's exactly what you expect. A bait without the chartreuse tails. But I digress. Anyways, we're ready to shoot the molds. Go ahead and I am going to use 2 injectors because these are 4 ounce each, and I just like to suck one up. Oh my god. I like to fill one up, shoot it, fill one up, shoot it. Probably could get a bigger, well, I mean, I do have bigger injectors, but I don't know. I'm more comfortable, more confident using 2 4 ounce injectors. Sue me. Alright, nice and mixed up here. We're going to go with the stick baits first. Fill her on up and shoot her mold. Shoot the mold. Nice. Alright, it's full. Give it a little bit more pressure. And make sure to top it off. And second injector, quick little stir. It's not a race, obviously, but dang, I really got that injector in there, didn't I? And shoot the lizards. Shoot the lizards. And make sure to top it off. Top off the stick baits again because it went down. And making baits is super easy and extremely addictive and fun. I have a blast making baits. I just do. I simply enjoy it, love it, can't get enough of it. And just look at that. Look at that gorgeousness. I'm ready for these to cool off so we can see how we did. A lot of salt in here too, so that's good. I love a lot of salt in my baits. That right there wasn't even the most I've done before. I mean, sometimes I'll overkill it with salt just to kind of see the difference. And you notice how I didn't put any salt in the tails, right? So what should happen is the bait should sink, but the tail should float up a little bit. So kind of the tail exposes itself from the bottom and should drive the fish crazy. I mean, theoretically speaking, of course, they should entice them, if you will. But enough about that. Let's check out these baits. And we've come to one of my favorite parts of the whole process, is unsheathing or opening the molds and revealing the beautiful baits that you've made. And look at that. My goodness. I mean, if I was a fish, I would absolutely smash this. Blue, black, flakes in the green body with a chartreuse tail. Absolutely yummy. Look at it. You cannot go wrong with this. I don't care where you're at. You put this bad boy on a Texas rig and it's catching something. And here we have the lizards. Oh man, a little, it came out the other way, sorry. Not the best opening, but not the worst. Fantastic. Looking baits. Cannot go wrong with this color, I'm telling you. Drinking game, how many times have I said that? Take a shot every time I say that. Okay, let's get these puppies, these lizards out in some natural lighting and see how they look. And here you have it. Some sunlight on these. Making them look exquisite. Like I said, Texas rig them. Oh my goodness, I'm dropping them. Stand by. Currently stand by. All right, proceed. Like I said, throw it on a Carolina rig, Texas rig, with the weightless, with a weight, weedless, however you want to throw these. They will definitely catch some fish for you. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to conclude today's video. There's nothing more I can say. This color is absolutely fantastic. My favorite colorway to fish of all time. Green pumpkin. Sound like a broken record. Green pumpkin, black and blue flakes with chartreuse tail. Cannot go wrong with it. I love it. If you made it this far into the video, I salute you. I appreciate you. Definitely make sure to like this video. Subscribe if this video was at all interesting. Not satisfying, but if you enjoyed this kind of content, definitely subscribe so you can see more videos just like this one, and so you can see me fishing these bad boys and catching some fish on them. I will be doing live streams a lot more often. I haven't done one in almost 2 years now, but when I did do them, they were fantastic. A lot of good people came through into the chat, and it was just a great time. So be on the lookout for some more live streams coming very soon. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I got for you on this video. Thank you again. Appreciate you, and until the next one, peace.